Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape, and here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5. Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Sugar Ray Leonard, he of course won world titles in 5 different weight classes.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we... And there's the bell to start round 1. These punches coming from every angle. They better start respecting each other's punching power. They're both trying for a knockout. Punch, counter punch. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
It's so hot, so heat. There's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fight has a real good flow to it. Bombs away. For the weary. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, rip.
Here we go, it's round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunches are the best.
The courage on display here is incredible. Nice counter. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Good counter punching. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Not a lot of punch output. Hold that thought! Oh, Leonard just got rocked! Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute.
On to the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Caution being thrown to the wind. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good defense to block the hook. Crawford's legs are all over the place. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot. And there's the bell to start round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight. You're fine. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Ultimate step back for just a moment. Halfway through the... Whoa, wait a minute! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. One punch could change everything in this battle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not... Into the fray here in round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Misses with the straight left. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He misses with that straight left. Sugar Ray's in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Swing and a miss with that jab. Well done with that. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Round.
There's the bell for round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice stop, but that won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
You can see there's blood, and the referee's going to take a good look at it. The referee says they're okay to fight, and we'll keep fighting. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That's so much Sugar Ray in that last round. They're going to call the doctor over in a minute to check out these cuts.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be too brave?
There's the bell to start round 7. What a fight it has been so far. Wonder what we're going to see in this round.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Oh, that punch. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, the cut man's got some work to do in this corner.
Cornerman, get your job done, do it right.
Come on, you let him back into the fight.
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. They just gave us a great round. Let's see if they can do it again.
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them because they're just shattered.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so...
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Crawford is dazed! Looks like they've shaken it off.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You'd like to see more jabs. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.